So you've probably heard of the Piraka. The sets were so iconic. Goofy but menacing designs with really original faces, weapons, and blasters. So let's celebrate the Piraka. Especially because those sets did come out 20 years ago. Jeez. But what better way to celebrate than looking at a few community creations? Let's see how people have tackled the Piraka, or the species that they belong to, the Skakdi. We got some cool ones today. Let's check them out. The first Skakdi we have today is called Viker, and it's made by The Legend Reborn. It's just delightful to see a custom mask on a Piraka. Now, I believe this custom mask was made by somebody named Biogins. I'll have a link below, so if you want a similar mask, maybe you could contact them. You know, I think with a lot of the original Piraka, something about what made them so iconic was the fact that the faces were all so different, so full of personality. Each one said so much about the character and made them feel so diverse, so quirky, so weird, so fun. So, you know, making a custom Piraka mask for your custom Piraka character kind of feels like a no-brainer. And I think it's also going to make it feel so much more like in-universe. That's what the sets did, so your mock should probably do the same. But it's not just the mask, I also like this spine. Because, you know, if you're building a Skakdi, if you're building a Piraka, that's like a staple of these characters. They need those big teeth, the funky looking face, and a spine with spikes. Now, turning that spine into a sick mohawk, and actually a spine that looks more like a large ponytail. Yo, that's awesome. Especially too, you know, given the more feminine qualities of this character, I think that is a clever way of reimagining and repurposing the spine. Making it look more like hair. Yeah, that's smart. You don't even have to do that for female Piraka. You could do that for the males as well. Give them long hair like Jason Momoa or something like that, it could work. I do like this big old asymmetrical hand design. The giant claw, yeah, it's cool. Oh, and then this, getting that Dragon Bolt head, that wonderful Hero Factory set, and taking off the mask and using that for armor. I like that the little spikes on that head just become a little bit of a spiked gauntlet. That's sick. Dude, this mock is cool. It's so full of personality. Oh, and by the way, if you want to build this yourself, you can. There's instructions in the link below. Go and check it out. Number 2, let's take it back to one of the original Piraka. It's the awesome Avak, built by Zata. So in the story, the Piraka are meant to be these like big, strong, powerful brutes. So remaking them to be even larger, more muscular, and a lot scarier. I think that just makes sense. Big fan of this torso. I like the choice of integrating these Zamaspheres like inside the torso. It's all done with the help of these wonderful Chima Ultra Build torso pieces. They came on some of these Chima Ultra Build sets. Yeah, they were great pieces. You could take the Zamasphere out, put any other color in. It was sick. Yeah, they look good for conveying some sort of like heartlight or energy core. But I like that here, you get the sense that Avak has customized his armor so that he can just sort of shove these Zamaspheres inside it, you know, for storage. I mean, it makes sense. You know, this is ammunition for his weapons. We see that on the official set. So having it, you know, strapped onto your body, easily accessible in a pinch while you're in battle, that's a fun idea, and a very logical one as well. Now, okay, the mock doesn't actually use the Zamaspheres, but I'm sure you could still, I don't know, throw it or something. I like how it looks. But even if this isn't meant to be ammo, this still could just be like some sort of glowing light on his armor. Very akin to some of the suits of armor that Iron Man wears in the comics and in the movies. But how about that new big blaster? It's almost as big as he is. You can see this like tubing poking out the top, even got some CCBS armor shells kind of flaring upwards, almost looking like some sort of ventilation. Hey, maybe this is some sort of like plasma cannon, and so it needs a bit of ventilation so it doesn't overheat while it's firing. Hey, whatever this is meant to be, I love how, I don't know, organic it looks. If this gun is now his hand, if this is literally like a part of his body, this sort of stuff just feels, you know, logical. I think it's a very impressive reimagining. The third Skakdi mock that we've got today, it's called Deriahk, and it's made by Deriahk. Ah, yay, more custom masks. And I think this one looks sick. So, okay, the original post says that this was made by a person named Jen Make, but clicking on the link to head to Jen Make's Instagram, it doesn't exist. There's nothing there. So, shame. Ah well. I do like this orange. Now, we've certainly never really seen an orange Piraka, so this just feels refreshing. If you're gonna build a Piraka, you may as well build one in a color that was never in a set. This one also boasts a bit of an arsenal of weapons. He's got 2 daggers, and these daggers use blade pieces that came on a set like Furno 3.0. Great set, great pieces. The character is also seen holding this blaster. This piece also appeared in Hero Factory. It came on a set like Surge 2.0. It turns out Hero Factory accessories are the perfect addition to your Piraka. Maybe you could do the same thing. Or hey, why not do this? You might notice a few accessories on the waist. Different pouches, a belt, all that kind of stuff. This right here is a minifigure backpack, but in this context, in this scale, it looks like a little pouch. Minifigure accessories actually sometimes scale better to Bionicles than they do to minifigures. Things like keys, sacks, printed tiles. Some of that stuff will look pretty good on a Bionicle. Yeah, there's a ton of creative potential when you start to play around with pieces from other themes. Our final creation today is called Grank, and this is made by MOCs. So I've been talking about how iconic the Piraka's faces really are, and how, you kind of need an original face if you really want to sell that Piraka aesthetic. Well, dude, using Pyrox's face, the same one that comes on this Hero Factory set, turns out that looks just like a Piraka. That's genius. And using the black brain slug to give him a little bit of a spine. Clever. And dude, so clever to give the little feet on that brain slug a bit of jewelry. Getting these Lord of the Rings rings and putting them on the edges. Now it looks like he's got hair with jewelry and decoration inside it. Sick. Piraka with jewelry. That's also sick. Even just these like gauntlets down below. Using gold minifigure microphones to help decorate it up and make it look fancy. Dude, we need more MOCs that have gold jewelry and other bits of bling like that. I think it's such a good addition. Oh, and this torso. Using the armor element that came on the Galador set, Euripides. Doesn't that look brilliant? This creation is something else. So if you want to revamp a Skakti or a Piraka, hopefully this episode has given you a couple more ideas. And if you need even more inspiration, check the links below. Seeing more MOCs by these builders might just give you that little bit of extra creative boost. And if you want to see your own creations on the show, you can submit them to the submission email. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Happy building, and bye for now. Yo-Yo Boraka?